Hey guys, Steve here from the AdventureRx. This is episode 26. I know it's been a little while since I've uploaded a video, which I know kind of goes against the conventional wisdom when it comes to YouTube that you're supposed to upload incessantly. And actually, I tend to think that sometimes it's better to be quiet when you don't have anything to say. Watched the last episode, which was episode 25, you remember that my car got smashed up out in Las Vegas, and so it is still sitting out there. It is still smashed up and waiting to get fixed. So that's something that I'm going to have to deal with when we go back out west in about a week. So this has been kind of a long time that we've been out east. Usually we're only here in Massachusetts for Stephanie to do some work, usually for a week or two. And this time it's been a little bit more because she worked at the end of April to get her April hours in, and then she's working beginning of May to get her May hours in. And this way we will have the remainder of the month of May, and then hopefully she won't be working again until the end of June, so that this way she's still working May and June, right? But there is a lot of space between the hours that are getting worked so that we have maximum time to be out west and travel. So we are going to be hitting up Yosemite. That's the next area that we are headed to when we do head out west. Yosemite and the Sierra Nevadas, and then possibly up the coast into the Pacific Northwest if we have time. But we really want to, get a full value adventure in the Yosemite area, both in the valley and on the east side. And there's just a lifetime's worth of stuff to do in both of those places. So it's very possible that that's where we're going to be concentrating most of the next couple of months when we get back out there. In the last couple of weeks since I posted a video, we had a meetup in the Gunks in upstate New York, which was really great. We had a really good time doing some climbing there in upstate New York. We don't have anything scheduled right now for May and June in California, although it's possible that we'll do something out there. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about kind of what's been going on with LivingVertical, because I know some of you maybe just watch the vlog, some of you are kind of on the mailing list that we have at livingvertical.org, and you read the blog maybe on Facebook. I'm not entirely sure kind of where everyone is coming from or how they connect with us, but like I mentioned in my last video, there were some setbacks, and that have been happening recently, and they're not all bad. The car getting smashed up, not a good thing, right? But, the website crashed, and I know that from the outside that seems like a really bad thing, but I really feel like the website going down really has wound up being a blessing in disguise. And I'll tell you why. Creativity is tied inextricably with limitations. If we don't have limitations, it's impossible to be creative. Now, being creative doesn't remove limitations, but it gives us an opportunity to transcend them and to do awesome things, right? And so this new limitation of having to rethink everything and start from the ground up has actually been really good, and it's got me psyched on LivingVertical again and really thinking about what it is that I want to do and say and contribute to the world through the work that I'm doing. And it also got me thinking about the creative work that I want to do that doesn't have anything to do specifically with adventure and diabetes. And so I decided to start a portfolio and a blog, a website, StephenRichert.com, that is going to be the home for my strictly creative endeavors. And I'm building a mailing list there if you're interested in seeing kind of what I have going on there. It's going to be a discussion of the creative life from very practical standpoints, and really talk about the process of struggling and working to develop creative skills, not just, as it involves working with the camera and the technical elements of it, but just like the life and lifestyle and everything that is involved with that, because there's a lot involved in having or living in such a way where you're providing for yourself based on your own creative work, and it's pretty involved. So that's something that I want to start talking about a little bit too in the coming months. And if you visit StephenRichert.com, I'm going to link it below here in the video. You can check that out and sign up for the mailing list, because once we launch, of course, I will send out an email to everybody so that they know that the blog is starting to be populated and that we have things going on. And that probably won't launch until this summer at some point, because I really want to get things squared away here with LivingVertical before I start doing anything over there. So yeah, there's a lot going on in my life, but at the same time, it's been a lot of stuff that has required legwork on my part, rather than having all the legwork done and being able to just create videos about the stuff that I'm doing right now. It's been kind of a rebuilding phase that I've been in for the last couple of weeks, and it's been really good. I've been able to get a lot of work done for some of my clients, so professionally speaking, I'm in a good place, and that frees up more time for me to really start developing the creative work that I'm doing and really put some thought into LivingVertical and what I want to say to the world through the adventures that I'm taking on there, and through StephenRichert.com, where I can really focus on the creative process and what I'm learning through The War of Art, which is a very good book, incidentally. If you've never heard of that, definitely check that out. It's a good book, worth reading. I only started it, but it's been very influential so far. So that's really all I have going on right now. I want to let you know that we're rebuilding LivingVertical and that it's going to be back up and running. A couple of the things that I have in mind that I want to do once it is back up: we're going to relaunch the podcast, and we're going to be interviewing a whole bunch of people, some people who are directly related to climbing and diabetes and climbing and other chronic illnesses, and really talk to them about their perspectives and the value of adventure in their life, and also to some people about diabetes and just kind of how they have been managing and pushing their limits despite having to deal with this condition, because I think it's really important to get a diversity of perspectives on this issue. And while certainly my approach works for me, I think it's always good to hear confirmation and different things from different people. So we're going to be bringing that to you through the LivingVertical podcast, which you can subscribe to actually right now. It is on iTunes. And then as far as this goes, well, we're going to be in Yosemite, and so the vlog should have lots of interesting stuff going on. We're going to be heading back out to Las Vegas soon. Going to pick up the car, pick up the trailer. I'm going to get that fixed, and then we're going to go out into California, and we're going to have some adventures. So lots coming up in the short term, and I'd be really interested to hear from you. What are some things that you think would be interesting to cover and to talk about? I've been waiting to really until the new website is built before I start publishing again to the blog, because right now the blog is broken. That's part of the website crash, that the feed is not working. So once the blog at LivingVertical is up and running again, I'm going to be creating a series really digging into the ketogenic diet and talking about that, not just ketogenic diet for type 1 diabetes, because obviously that's really important to me, but also the ketogenic diet and sort of my experience with it from an athletic standpoint and how it's impacted my climbing. That's a series that I want to do here on YouTube, and that I'm also going to be posting onto the blog and really digging into that subject matter.